animals in danger sometimes, we also ask humans for help. And there are people in the world who try to help such animals. Some people have warm hearts. In this video, when in crisis, let's look at animals that ask people for help. Not all animals are good swimmers, however, a completely unexpected animal, some people are good swimmers. This sloth is a sea in Costa Rica. I see a sloth exhausted while swimming long distances. Just in time, a sloth approaches a passing boat. If you want to ask for help, put it in the song. When I gave it to him, the sloth grabbed the song and started climbing up. In this way, the sloth succeeded in getting a free ride and safely reached the coast. It was transported. For me, sloth, I think this day was the fastest day of my life. I'm glad a passing boat saved me. In fact, these guys are repeat offenders. Little squirrel. A mother and daughter are passing by the park, a squirrel that acts as if it keeps asking for something. What do you want? Oh, I guess I'm thirsty. So much for a long time. After drinking the water, the squirrel regained its appetite for a moment. I quickly disappeared somewhere to see if there was a next schedule. Just in case, the next time I go to the park, water, I need to grab a bottle. Ontario, Canada, the man who skated during lunchtime was on ice. We find a deer trapped on top of a large deer. The man who was wondering how to save, let's use the rope we have. The deer seems a little scared, but, my man's cool, thanks to my skating skills, it seems like it is being rescued well without any major problems. There were 2 more deer here. I'm so glad the deer family can meet again. Like this, it is said that there are often deer trapped in the ice during winter. Even animals known for being shrewd and intelligent are sometimes, there are times when you are treated with respect. I don't know how my head ended up in a glass bottle. Anyway, it seems difficult to get out on your own. Fortunately, I was walking around, people discover and help. Fox rescued by carefully pulling out head, he runs away in surprise and looks back for a moment. Did you at least want to say thank you? As you live, there are times when you take a wrong turn and end up in an awkward situation. Now, the long-lived turtle here is trying to go to the sea, but it took a wrong turn. I'm in an awkward situation. Anyway, I'm trapped in a swamp. At first glance, this swamp is large, not good for long-lived turtles to live in. I don't think it's a good-looking environment. This turtle has been trapped here for 2 days. Fortunately, nearby residents found it and were able to rescue it. I think the turtle found its way back. Even for creatures that live in the ocean is a very dangerous place. These men who were taking boats to catch sulfur tuna were snakes. I found a turtle on the verge of being eaten by a shark. Turtle boats to survive, desperate to climb into the back. But bitten by a shark, I was dragged back into the sea. After a while, the men miraculously escaped the turtle from the shark. They quickly evacuate you to the captain. So the turtle goes to another safe place without sharks, has been moved. I'm glad the turtle is safe. Poor shark has to skip lunch today. Children who are very curious, you may be exposed to dangerous situations at any time. And the same goes for animals. On this day, Russian Obu rode a boat. No, I rescued 2 bear cubs. If the fishermen didn't find the bear by the river, the cubs could have drowned. The cubs were lucky enough to get a boat. I was able to return home safely. Is there anything I learned from watching people tied to train tracks in movies? Saving someone can be quite dangerous. These people who rode bicycles in Spain, I found this deer trapped in the water but of an old building fair. I was willing to take that risk. Deer appear to have lost stamina, but adults, it has enough power to hurt men. Even in such a situation, we do our best until the end to save the deer. Riders, they all lived happily for a long time. When the situation is too critical, there are times when I don't even have time to think about the cause. These people are on the front lines now. My head is full of thoughts about saving the hanging goat. It looks like there's a car. I also try ladders. Tying a rope to a goat's ankle, using various creative methods such as, I'm on a rescue operation. The rescue was successful. Now, let's think about it. How on earth did chlorine get caught in the wire? To save animals, sometimes you have to risk your life. Although it is a slightly different case, now this man is trying to save a turtle trapped on the road. He's risking his life running into the middle of the road. This person does not pretend not to know the turtle in reverence. He's a really cool guy. Rescuing a cat that climbed up a tree is easy, it's not difficult. Plus that cat, if you are very fierce and big. California firefighters climb trees, are large. I was dispatched after receiving a complaint asking me to save the cat. But when I actually went there, it was a cougar, not a cat. Anyway, since I received the report, I have to rescue him. The firefighters finished the Pima. Like a cute cat, hang it on your shoulder and climb down the ladder. Pima's fierce personality uses Maki. They say they were able to calm it down. How on earth should I transport this heavy guy? These 11 girls. Sal found a small shark trapped in a rock at low tide. The girl, who saw an animal in crisis and could not do it without knowing it, like carrying a puppy, carefully put the shark in your arms. He held me, crossed the rock, and safely released me back to the sea. No one likes to fall into the mud. If you are unable to move your body, I really think I'll fall for the fans. Now this kangaroo is also in that situation, and to hear such a kangaroo, the excavator is right next to it. The excavator driver carefully moved around the kangaroo. By removing the mud, the kangaroo can escape on its own. It helps you. Fortunately, I was able to escape safely. But here too, you can see animals and cranes trapped in the mud. I think the instrument deer is trapped this time. If done incorrectly, the baby deer could be seriously injured, but our veteran knight made sure the deer didn't get hurt. Exactly, deer, it only scoops out intelligence around you. That's how the baby deer was freed from intelligence. I'm glad the person who found the deer was a veteran. Great skills and wild handling of heavy equipment. Thank you for your warm heart for animals. I'm at home. If you look at it, you will meet an animal that needs help without even realizing it. There is a time, this house here now, it is said that there are small animals in the back that need help. There was a small baby hedgehog inside. If I was alone I would never have come out. I'm glad you were rescued safely. When walking in the desert in heavy summer, you don't drink cool water. You must be desperate to think about it. These eagles also go to the desert to find water. After flying through the grass, I decided to ask people who were walking for water, and in the process, I even received shower service. A situation where a great white shark's mouth is caught by a fishing line needle installed by a fisherman. Even brave fishermen take risks. We set out to save the great white shark. But a sharp shark, it's not easy to get a needle out of your mouth. If time continues like this, both the great white shark and the fisherman, situations that can all be dangerous. In the end, the fisherman only removed the fishing line. We decide to send the shark back to the sea. Long 10 years, the shark, which was in a life-or-death crisis, lost consciousness for a moment. It seemed like I was swimming again. I was able to return to the sea. Excessive review can lead to a crisis. Honey badger trapped under tree while exploring safari park. Fortunately, a safari employee passing by got honey. We are out to save the badger. I was afraid I would be thirsty, so I gave him water first. The honey badger's planting looks quite uncomfortable using a shovel. Let's go on a rescue operation. It doesn't seem easy to save an angry guy. Finally, it wasn't until evening. Rescue is successful. Rescued honey. The badger doesn't seem to be very grateful. Still, I'm glad I was rescued safely. Dolphins are very intelligent, known to be able to communicate with humans. If you look at the dolphins in crisis here, you can see why. It seems like, Yatten, about 5 kilometers from the sea, a dolphin trapped in the riverbed undergoes ultrasound as a person approaches the military plant. Make a sound and send a rescue request. Ultrasound. Everyone who was startled by the sound rescued the dolphin together. Put the dolphins on the boat so they don't get hurt. I sent it to the sea. Smart dolphins again. I was able to return to the depths of the sea. How scary would it be if you couldn't see before your eyes? This dog that lost his eyesight can't see. They say they haven't been able to move around properly for a while. But the clever master, the dog is not hurt. Create a special device to allow you to move around freely. I gave it to you. Thanks to this unique device, it is said that the dog found freedom. Wow, I really need to praise the owner. This video ends here. Which animal's rescue request impressed you the most? Please let me know in the comments. See you again in the next video.